summer isn't about the...
Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. We're doing the 1969 replay here, as many of you may know. And we are in Minnesota for the first of a three-game series between the Seattle Pilots and the Minnesota Twins. And I'm so glad that you have decided to join us here today. Let's go over our lineups here. For the Seattle Pilots, it'll be Tommy Harper leading off at third, Donaldson at second, Hovley in center, Walton in left, Mincher at first, McNerney catching, Whitaker in right, Euler at short, and Steve Barber, he's 1-3, he's a left-hander, the starting pitcher. For the Minnesota Twins, it will be Cesar Tovar in center, Oliva in right, Killebrew at first, Allison in left, Rennick at third, Cardenas at short, Carew batting seventh, which seems unusual, but leave it to Billy Martin. Rod Carew at second, batting seventh, Mitterwald the catcher, and Dave Boswell, the pitcher, he's 122. And good morning, Kathy. Things are going okay, just a little bit, a little bit anxious and depressed about life, but I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to not exaggerate. I hope all is well with you. And the Twins take the field. Again, it's the first of a three-game series. And Tommy Harper will lead it off for Seattle in a relatively meaningless ball game. Here's Boswell now. He's ready. The pitch to Harper. 6-12. Right-handed, grounds it back to Boswell X. He's a 4-12. He gets it on a G3, E12, 6-8-9. And he throws him out. So Harper is retired, one away. And here's John Donaldson now. Okay, Boswell. Wind up the pitch to Donaldson. 1-7 right-handed, grounds to second for Carew. And he throws it over to Killebrew, 2 outs. And now Steve Hovley. Just underway here in Minneapolis. Hovley, a left-handed hitter. The pitch from Boswell. That's 111 right-handed. This is a ballpark slash. He's a left-handed hitter. And that is a liner to Carew at second. And the side is retired. So it's 1, 2, 3 for Boswell. He's already 122. After a half, Seattle nothing, and Minnesota coming up. Boswell 120 in real world. He's 122. Could be 23. Cuellar leads the American League with 24 wins. Kathy Harden for the Twins. And Marichal has 24 wins in the National League. Okay, Steve Barber comes out. He's a left-hander. And it's going to be Cesar Tovar. I don't know what was going through Billy's mind when he put Carew seventh in the lineup, but maybe he just wants to add a little punch at the bottom of the lineup. And we have a question, top of the third. Beautiful. Keep him coming, Kathy. Here's Barber now. He's set, and the pitch to Tovar. That's 111. Left-handed, that's a base hit for Tovar to lead it off. It was 111 left-handed. He's being held for sure. Barber, a +1. He's going to be with a lead, 20 minus 218. Let's see if he can get the lead. 3-6, no risk here. And he does not get it. So he's being held. He's even a 1-15, 1-16, 1-12 without the lead. Here's Tony Oliva now. With Tovar on first, nobody out. Here's Barber now. The pitch to Oliva. 3-5. Left-handed, that is a double down the line. This might score Tovar. A 3-5 double. That'll be to center. Tovar rounding third. 1-17, my goodness, 1-16. And Tovar being held. One to 16, 1-15. And they'll hold Tovar. Very prudent. Second and third, nobody out. And here's Harmon Killebrew. And they're going to walk him. They're going to walk him. Intentionally. That could set up a double play here. Bob Allison is the batter. Been hurt much of the season, but he's back. I noticed he only hit 228, and I see he starts in the playoffs. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. But we'll see. Infield is back with the bases full, nobody out. Here's Barber. Three nine left-handed, fly ball right. This might score Tovar, and I think it will. He's a 1-17. That's to right field. Don't forget the +2, 1-17. Whitaker 1-18, 1-20, 1-19. Well, here he comes. And he's safe. So Tovar tags. And there's one away here. And it's 1-0 Minnesota. Again. Hello, Demos. On the fly ball B is the running rating. And the outfield is arm +2. That's weird. That's a weird thing. Got to keep that in mind. Happy Monday, Demos. So it's 1 out, first and second, and here's Rick Rennick. 1 run in already here. Here's Barber now. Two six left-handed, fly ball left. No one on third. Under it is Walton. He makes the catch, and that's 2 away. So Barber loaded the bases with no outs, and if he can get out of this with 1 run, I think that he's lucky on that. 2 outs, first and second, and Leo Cardenas. Clutch situation. And the pitch. Oh. Well, that gives me something to look forward to. Baseball Demos has set up his Manic Monday for noon. I see it. It's a payoff pitch. Payoff pitch, 76 Cubs and Dodgers. This is the great flag saving game. I wonder if that plays out in the... Do you have graphics or something? Do you have a graphic thing that you make these graphics? That looks pretty good. Manic Monday, and that is set up for noon Eastern time today, folks. Definitely gonna watch that. And subscribe to Baseball Demos. Can't miss them. Baseball Demos. YouTube video editor. Whoa. You see, you know some shit I don't know about YouTube. I've heard of it. Interesting. Very nice. Okay, here's Leo with 2 down. First and second. It's a clutch situation. And here's Barber. And the pitch to Cardenas, 110 left-handed, grounds it to short for Euler. He scoops it and throws to Mincher, and the side is out. So 1 run, it was bases loaded, nobody out. It was The single by Tovar, the double by Oliva, sending Tovar to third. They held him up on a 1-15 stretch. Killebrew was intentionally walked. Allison brought Tovar home with a sacrifice fly, and then 2 more outs, and he got out of it. So after 1, it's 1-0. So where do I go with YouTube, editor? I'm gonna just do a quick, whoops. YouTube editor, create editing and production tools. Take your videos to the next level. I'll have to go check that out. But I think that might be just only on already, not on live. You can't do that live, I don't believe. Well, here's Boswell. He retired the pilots in order in the first. And Danny Walton will lead it off. Oh. Only recorded. Okay. And uploaded videos. Okay. I guess I could do some things. You know, I could download some of my prior live recordings and play with them. I'll look into that. That gives me a little something to maybe look into. Here's Boswell now, facing Walton to lead it off. We have a question after this inning. Boswell to wind up. The pitch to Walton. That's 5-8 right-handed. And that is a base hit by Walton off of Boswell to lead off the top of the second. Walton. Whoa, look at him. Doesn't have much of a chance there. He was 2 for 2 attempting when he probably got a couple of good leads. And that shows that he's going to be a 1-20, 1-19, 1-17 with a lead. And we say up front, he's not being held. Well, this is such a tough call. We're going to say he is not being held. And then we're going to try for it on a 4. He does not get the lead. So he's not being held. When it's borderline there, it's, I have a house rule, David. 1, 2, and 3 held, 4, 5, and 6 not held. I also do that on bunts. So Walton not being held, no lead, is on first. Here's Mincher now. Here's Boswell. And the pitch, 5-7. Left-handed, he pops it up to first. That's for Killebrew. 1 out. it just occurred to me, despite all my worries and the things I worry about, and that's really the engine for my anxiety. Not only is it not worth worrying about, but none of it is really awful. Oh, I would say demos, it's much better. And if I made a mistake, I would assume you would make a note of it. I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. The only piece of the super advanced stealing I have is, how to do it solitaire, but the decision to hold is made up front. That's the way I do it. The decision to hold or not is made up front, and then it can be undone. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Here's McNertney. You can unhold, I assume. Then that would give the runner a new... Yeah, thank you, Demos. In other words, I could hold a guy, this is solitaire, and then so that I decide I'm not running, I'm not trying to steal, I'm not even trying to get or I try to get the lead. But then later I could say, you know what, I'm not going to hold him anymore. And then with a case like Walton, he would automatically get the lead with the asterisk. I mean, I can unhold any time, I assume. I've been meaning to ask you that. Here's McNertney now. And the pitch, 6-6, right-handed, fly ball right. Under that is Oliva, and it's 2 outs. And here's Steve Whitaker. Do you follow what I'm saying, Demos? In other words, I'm not holding Walton. Or am I holding Walton? You see, I forgot already. No, I decided not to hold Walton on that rare chance that he would get the lead. I could decide now to hold him. Isn't that true? All of a sudden, I don't know why I would want to, but I could. I think. What is it? That's the only thing I'm really a little bit unsure of. Okay, here's Whitaker with 2 outs and Walton on first. The pitch from Boswell. That's going to be 6-11. Left-handed, fly ball right. Oh, let me just see. Unheld, okay. You never had that situation. Leave it to me to think of some bizarre situation. 6-11, fly ball right X. And that's going to be for Whitaker, a 3-12. I don't think you folks can even read this, but I tend to been putting it here. 3-12 Whitaker, 19-3. It's an F3 gets to it. E12 for a 6-10-13 E12. Oh, and he boots it. Oh, a 2-base error by Whitaker. Oh my. Are you saying, Kevin, that this was the only year that Boswell won 20 in a season in his career? I believe that. It was a 6-10-13 to right field. Whitaker is an E12. And there it is, E2. It's kind of hard to believe, but yeah, it's going to be an F3 E2. A 2-base error. and Walton will go to third. And that could end up being very costly now. Oh, wait a minute. It's not Whitaker. Oh my, I made a mistake here. That's going to be Oliva. Shit. That is all wrong. You see, it's early, folks. We have, I'm looking at Whitaker, the batter. You see what happened there? Hey, no problem. It's probably not going to be an error. Whoa. Same roll here. This will be for Oliva in right, a 1-7. So it's a 19-1. Gets two at F3, 6-10, 13. And Oliva is an E7 in right. And no, he makes the catch. And the side is retired. So just a little error there. Rectified. And the side is retired. No runs. The hit by Walton. And, you know, sometimes the brain doesn't quite compute. And for some reason, the fly ball to right hit by Whitaker. I just looked at Whitaker. Shit. In right. So it's still 1-0 Twins. And here's Barber coming out here. Thank God the market has opened up. I don't know what I'll do if it goes down again today. Maybe I'll pull some of my hair out of what's left of it. It has a good open, but watch, it's a long frickin' day. It's a long frickin' day. Okay, here's Carew in the 7th spot in the lineup put by Billy Martin. Remember, we have a question after this inning here. Here's Barber now, the pitch to Carew. And that's going to be 2-7 left-handed, fly ball center. And it's Hovley, he makes the catch, 1 out. So we have a game at noon. Payoff pitch. Do you think payoff pitch is a good game? I don't play any of those others. I don't play them, but I don't even know if I have the gumption, if that's the right word, to take on a new game. It might be fun. The Courageous or Ambitious Initiative. Gumption. Oh boy. Demos. Let's see here what we're talking about here. Oh, easy to learn. Okay. Maybe you don't hold with less than 2 outs, but with 2 outs, you hold, so the runner is a -1 versus a +1, since they already get a +2 with 2 outs. You're talking about on the steal? You're talking about on the steal. Now, I don't know. You see, I have here that if the runner is held, it's -2. You add to the calculus here. Unless you're talking about The stretch. I don't know if you're talking about the stretch. Oh, if runner held, it's a -1. Okay. So you're saying I could hold a runner on second. Yeah. Right. When stretching, if runner held -1, if not held +1. So I haven't been doing this wrong. I just haven't been taking advantage of this from a defensive point of view. So I think I got what you're saying, and I think you're talking about it could be a runner on first or second. First or second. Okay. God, that's good to know. That's a super advanced strategy. Wow. Okay, here's Mitterwald. I'll have to think about that. Lord. And the only detriment, the only risk, is on a ground ball on a ground ball X, where it could turn into an S2. I believe that's so. That's what you're saying. You're saying you can, and you say with 2 outs you hold, so the runner is a -1 versus +1, but not always. If it's a slow runner, if he's a 1 to 8, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it all depends on other factors. Well, no, it's a good nuance there. It's a good issue there. Okay, here's the pitch to Mitterwald. 1-5 left-handed, struck him out. That's the first strikeout by Barber. And here comes Dave Boswell. He's a good hitting pitcher. You're not getting into the weeds, you're getting into the strategy there. And you have to weigh that, I guess. You got to weigh. It's really just on the X, on the X pound, a ground ball something pound is really the only issue there. So here's, I appreciate that. Here's Barber now. With 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Barber to Boswell. 1-7, and he grounds it to short. For Euler, he throws him out, and it's a 1-2-3 for Barber. So we've gone 2, and it's a scoreless. It's a 1-0 game, Minnesota. And now I ask you all, give this up to Kathy Harden here for her question, top of the third. These 2 authors' deaths on the same day as JFK assassination were overshadowed by both authors. Were overshadowed by it. Both authors could be considered sci-fi authors. Well, Kathy, I'm a JFK buff. I'm a J- I still can't believe he was assassinated. You know that? After all these years, I just, in history and all, nor can I imagine a world in which he was not assassinated. It is, thank you, Bill. Uh, I just can't get over it. Kathy, I just, to me, the more, I mean, it's been so many years. It's been so many years. And to this day, it even more than ever, I am just can't believe it. Just can't believe that it happened. And it's a great question, Kathy. And I thank you very much. Thank you, Bill. Okay, and here we go to the top of the third. We'll do this inning, then take a quick break. That was an awesome question from Kathy. And, you think about how he was age 46. Sometimes I think about that. I say he was 46. I'm 65. Am I luckier than him? Despite my problems, is it better that I lived to be 65 and he died at age 46? I mean, God, he was snuffed out instantly. Don't get me started on this. When the final shot hit him, the kill shot they call it, he was immediately unconscious. The first shot, he was up and he knew he was conscious and he knew it went through his back and then through the bottom of his throat. And he was conscious. You could see it, and God knows what was going through his mind. And then the last shot, it was over. It was unconscious, never revived. And he still had vital signs. That's the thing. And he had vital signs for about a half an hour, but he was essentially dead. And it just blows my mind. Don't get me started. Here's Ray Euler now. Boswell on the mound. The pitch to Ray. 6'9", right-handed. That's a fly to left. And under that is Allison, one away. Oh, Lord. Shit. The whole thing. And it's all, yeah, Kevin. Kevin notes Boswell got into a fight with teammate Bob Allison and Billy Martin outside a bar after knocking out Allison. Boswell, in turn, was knocked out by Martin. Yeah. Alcohol is a very, very freaking dangerous drug. I'll tell you. Very dangerous drug. Here's Steve Barber now. I heard about that, Kevin. Do you know the date of when that happened? And any more details over, I guess I could Google it, to look at what were the circumstances. What the hell are you doing in a bar? You're an athlete, for Christ's sakes. What the hell is Martin doing in a bar with his teammates? You're a frickin', call me old-fashioned, but you shouldn't be. Yeah, I know it was 69. I'm just wondering what point in the season it was. Okay, here's Barber now. He's a 3-WL, top of the third, one out. Pilot's batting. It's 5-12, left-handed. That's grounded to third X. for Rennick, a 444. Whoa. All righty. Rennick 444, 11-4. It's a G3. E44, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, look at all those numbers there. And fortunately for him, Rennick, none of it hits. Whoa. So that's going to be a G3 ground ball. Rennick throws him out, 2 away. And here's Tommy Harper now. He grounded back to Boswell in the first. Here's Boswell now. The windup and the pitch to Harper. 410 right-handed. He struck him out. So the side is retired 1, 2, 3. First strikeout for Boswell. We're in the middle of the third. It's 1-0 Minnesota. In a relatively snoozer game, 20 frickin' stitches. Holy cow. These are madmen. Wow. Here's a blog about it. August. The consensus view of the brawl goes something like this. Boswell upset that a coach had ratted on him to Martin. Went looking for the coach. Twins player Bob Allison followed Boswell to prevent a fight, and Martin followed all of them. Boswell punched Allison, then Martin knocked Boswell around. News of it didn't slip out for a while because we didn't have the social media, the media today. I've heard many people talk about this. Anyway, 20 frickin' stitches. Oh. Bottom of the third, here's Barber now. It'll be the top of the order for Minnesota. Very, very disturbing. Here's Cesar Tovar. He singled, scored the only run thus far. Barber is ready. Here's the pitch. That's 6-6 right-handed, and that is a base hit for Tovar. So Tovar's on. Being held. He was a character, you know. He was a. Jeez. Tovar 1-20, 1-18 with the lead. Being held. Let's see if he gets the lead. He does not get the lead. Makes him a 1-15, 1-16. Being held, 1-12. So Tovar being held at first without a lead. And here's Oliva. That's what happened last time. Okay, Tony Oliva facing Barber here. Here's the pitch from Barber. That's going to be 4-7 left-handed. Grounds to second, and that will be a double play. Donaldson stepped on the bag, threw it over to Minshew. And that's a double play, even with the I assume, being held. So it's 2 outs, nobody on. And here's Killebrew. Once you start getting into the super advanced stuff, a lot of self-doubt arises, you know, this or that. Is it with a held? Is it still a double play? And it is, I assume. Too bad he didn't knock out HD. Well, we have a question top of the 5th. From Kathy Harden. Here's Killebrew. Yeah, we remember that argument that they had in the dugout. I don't know which World Series it was, I believe. Here's the pitch to Killebrew now. That's 2-6 left-handed, fly ball center. That's Hovley under it. And he makes the catch. The side is retired. I don't know why I'm wondering this, Demos. By the way, no runs, 1 hit, none left. If I'm holding a runner and I get a ground ball A, it doesn't affect anything. It's a double play. If it's just a runner on first. Isn't that true? I don't know why I would even question that. Okay. Thank you, Demos. I don't know why, I don't know why I freaking, would worry about that, but there's I have a lot of self-doubt. It's 1-0 Twins after 3, folks. I hope you're enjoying the ball game. Where's my beat? Oh, there it is. Thank you. We're going to take a little break. Give me a chance to get some fresh air here. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. Uh, I'm back here in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The weather is relatively warm, mild, scattered clouds. Here in Florida. No rain. And we're going to continue this ball game. It's Boswell coming out, 1-0 Twins. I think this would be a good time for me to get another cup of coffee here. Got a question coming up after this inning. Here's John Donaldson leading it off here. Boswell now. And the pitch to Donaldson. 5-4, left-handed, catcher X. Mitterwald to 3-5. That's going to be a PP. Let's see if it's sterile. 6-10-11, E5. It is sterile. And with no one out, he pops out. Just to remind ourselves, with no one on base, he pops out to Mitterwald. So that's one away. And here's Steve Hovley. Hovley popped to second in the first. .210 right-handed, grounds it to first for Killebrew. He's going to throw to Boswell covering the bag. 2 outs. And Danny Walton is the batter. The pitch from Boswell. 4-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Boswell, 1-2-3 inning. We're in the middle of the fourth here. It's still 1-0 Twins in a relatively snoozer ball game. A close one, though. And here's Barber now. Bob Allison knocked in the only run of the ball game. He sacrificed fly, bringing Tovar home. Pitch to Allison, 2-5 left-handed. That's hit well. Into the gap, it's dropping for a double. So Bobby Allison leads off with a double off of Barber. That was very well hit. A 2-5 left-handed pitcher. I could see they used him mostly against left-handers. And he's pretty good against left-handers. Not so against right-handers. Here's Rick Rennick. And again, he was injured most of the season. Hit 228, but it's something to keep in mind because I might deviate from Martin's lineup. He had Allison starting, I don't know how many games, if all games, but he started games in the championship series, and I guess if he faces a left-hander, I might, against Cuellar, for example, or McNally. I think Cuellar's a left-handed. Here's Rennick now. Barber from the stretch. And that's 4-2, right-handed. Grounds it to third with a runner on second. And we pull out our trusty super advanced ground ball chart. Again, it's a 4-2 right-handed ground ball third A. With a runner on second, and most likely, if it's hit to first to second, the runner will advance. It was hit to third, 4-2. You see how careful you got to be there. And that was quite an epiphany for me to learn about this chart. So it's one out. Allison holds at second. Here's Leo Cardenas now. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. Here's Barber. And the pitch to Leo. That's 3-2 left-handed. Lines to third, catching Allison off the bag. In a rundown. 5-4-5. And he tags him out. You can score that any way you want. It was a 3-2 line-out max. Hit very sharply, catching Allison off the bag. And the side is retired. So it's no runs. The leadoff double by Allison, left, none left after the double play. We've gone 4, it's 1-0, and we've got another awesome question. From Kathy. I wonder if it's another JFK question. We'll see. You never know. What were the opportunists that went south after Civil War to profit from Reconstruction called? Lord, you know, God, I didn't know that. I don't know that. It's a Neil Lomax. Carpetbaggers. Oh, Bill Ivamy. Bill Ivamy, Carpetbaggers. The opportunists that went south after the Civil War to profit from Reconstruction. And Bill Ivamy gets it, and Demos got it. Did Demos get it? Did Demos get it? There it is. I didn't have my live chat. You know, sometimes I have top chat, and I have to switch it. I should have known that, but that's just something I did not know. Oh. And another great question from Kathy Harden. We thank you. The problem when I don't have my live chat on. Here's Dave Boswell. You know, you can click, it defaults to top chat, but I wish I could make my default live chat. Anyway, you know, I pretty much get it though. Pretty much get all of it. When I refresh, so many things to do. Here's Boswell. Minshew will lead it off. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Twins. Both pitchers holding their own. Here's Boswell now. 6-10, left-handed fly ball center, and that's for Tovar, 1 out. Now Jerry McNerney is the batter. Wow, I did not know that, Kevin. I did not know that. Here's McNerney now. The windup by Boswell and the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the third for Boswell. 2 outs. And here's Steve Whitaker. Boswell gets the sign from Mitterwald. Here's the pitch. 5-6 left-handed, a fly ball to left field. And Allison is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 for Boswell in the fifth. We're in the middle of the fifth, 1-0 Minnesota. Here's Barber. This is his first endurance inning. Boswell's is the 7th. And here's Rod Carew. Okay, Barber now. And the pitch to Carew. 1-5 left-handed. There's a base hit for Rodney. Rodney leads it off with a single. Rodney 1-16, 1-17, 1-15 with a lead. Let's see if he gets the lead. He's being held. He gets the lead. He has to go now. Look at that. 3-6. It was a 5. He gets the lead. Again, he's going to be 1-16, 1-17, and 1-15 with the lead. We'll look for the 1-2-3 on the overthrow. And he's safe. So Carew steals. He had 19 out of 27 attempts. It's Rodney on second, nobody out. Here's George Mitterwald now. Barber from the stretch. And now this might be a situation where I could hold Carew to work on the stretch home, David, but I'm not going to bother, you know. I just, I'm just not going to bother doing it. Here's the pitch to Mitterwald. 5-12, right-handed, grounds to first X. You see, that could have been a pound. A 5-12 right-handed. Mincher 4-8. $15-4, that's a G2. Five, 6, 7, 8. He's an E5. Oh, wait a minute. I've got to do a replay on this. I'm pretty sure it was to Mincher, but that's not Mincher. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, it was Mincher. I have to do a replay, folks, because my concentration isn't very good these days. It's a little bit impaired, but we're doing a replay here. And that's the beauty of Strat-O-Matic. 27 attempts. This will be Mitterwald replay. And then we already have the roll. It's Rodney on second. The X roll. Here's George Mitterwald now. This is a replay, folks. Barber from the stretch. And now this might be a situation where I could hold Carew to work on the stretch home, David, but I'm not going to bother, you know. I just not going to bother doing it. Here's the pitch to Mitterwald. Okay, so that's a 5-12 Mitterwald, and it is a ground ball first X. And then we have, back to real time here. This is the roll for the ground ball first X. It's Mincher. And Mincher is a 4. It's a 15-4. That's where I got crossed up. And it is a G2 as I had. Then it's a 5, 6, 7, 8 with Mincher and E8. And he will take that on a G2 with a runner on second. And that is going to be hit to Mitterwald at first. The runner will advance. So Tovar will go to third as Mitterwald takes it to the bag. Better safe than sorry. Better sure than not sure. We're going to return now to the live action here. And we have Boswell coming out with, he's a good hitter. He's a 6 NR. One out with Carew on third. A fly ball can bring him home. Kevin, you know what? As far as scoring goes, no, I'm not self-taught. When I started playing Strat-O-Matic in 1970, at age 12 and a half, I observed and learned how to play Strat-O-Matic with 2 friends, and I watched how they scored. And basically, I picked up their style. And then I might have made some, some refinements along the way. Okay, here's the pitch to Boswell now. That's 211. Oh my, it's hit well by Boswell. He's got the power, and it's gone. A 2-run home run by Dave Boswell. Now Billy doesn't have anything to knock the shit out of him about. Look at it again, 211. Yeah, that's true, Peter. Everyone's got their own way. 211 home run, 1-16, it's gone. And that's going to make it 3-0. Dave Boswell with the home run, and he obviously had to have at least one this year in order to, and I don't keep pitcher home run stats, so I'm not going to even enter it. We'll just put a check mark here. Interesting you should say that, Peter. I think the most important thing, and this is obvious, this seems self-evident, the most important thing is that you're able to read your score sheet, meaning figure out what happened, when it happened, how it happened, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So, just as an example, we don't know exactly when Carew stole second. If it was after this or before this, we don't know, but we know he stole second, and then we can assume he went to third on this ground ball. You see, that's on the third. You got to be able to read it. Well, Kevin, once you pick up the 1 through 9, the pitcher is 1, the catcher is 2, and so forth. It's not so hard, Anyway, it's a 3-0 ball game. Here's Tovar now. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Barber. That's 6-10 right-handed, catcher X. McNertney, a 2-5. McNertney. Well, you could probably, just by watching, if you like my style, just by watching my games, you could pick up on it. But I'm sure there are. There's the other way, you know, the really the official way, which to me is too complex and not as attractive for me to look at. You know, where you have a diamond in each box. But I imagine it's much more. Did I roll for McNertney? Oh shit. Hold on. See, I'm getting distracted here. I'm getting, yeah, this is the roll right here. There it is, yeah. That's good. And that is the roll we have here. And it's McNertney, a 2-5, that's 6-2. More PP coming your way. This is with no one on. And that's going to be 5-8-10, McNertney and E5. And it's going to be a pop out to McNertney for the second out of the inning. Hey, Kevin, it's all right. It's okay. Just distract me all you want. That's what I like to do. Look at these people sitting there with frickin', I could have shown it to you if I wanted, but it's hard to see. They have frickin' blankets on their laps. Is it really that cold there in New York? These frickin' people sitting out talking to no end about this trial. I didn't know there's so much to talk about. These frickin' people with blankets on their laps. Shit. Yeah, first day of the trial. I don't want to get political, people. I think it's a sad, sad thing to see such a thing happen. 2 down now, and here's Tony Oliva. Again, this is Barber's first endurance inning. One more hit or walk, he is fatigued. Here's Barber and the pitch. That's 6-9, left-handed, grounds it to first, and Mincher takes it to the bag. And the side is retired. But 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Dave Boswell, the pitcher. And we have gone 5 innings here in a snoozer. It's now 3-0. And I don't know how much coffee I have left, but I'm going to see if there is anything left. He's a good hitting pitcher, sure. I have to go to the lavatory, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back in just a moment. It'll be Euler. We'll see if Barber hits or not. I don't think so. With him with 2 hits against him already in his first endurance inning, down 3-0. I don't think so. Probably bring in Diego. I'll be right back. Looks like I have 1 good cup left, and just a little to top it off. I just had a PP, yes. A PP with nobody on base. Demos, yes. I'm human, you know what I mean? It has to, it's fun to joke around. Here's Ray Euler now. Diego is warming. Top of the 6th, Euler leading it off. Here's the pitch from Boswell. That's 1-5 right-handed, walked him. So a pretty good start there for Seattle here in the top of the 6th. A walk drawn by Euler. He is not a candidate to steal. Yeah. And there will be a hitter for Barber, who is on the verge of fatigue here. He pitched 5, 6 hits. He walked 1. It was intentional to Killebrew. Struck out 1 and allowed 3 runs. Didn't pitch the worst game in the world, but he's in danger of fatigue. And let's see who's going to hit here. Diego will come in. He is a right-hander. It looks like it might be Greg Goosen. We'll see. Oh. Let's see who. Goosen did pinch hit. He pinch hit for Euler. Well, whatever. He's pinch hitting for Barber. So Goosen pinch hit in real world. He is a right-handed hitter. Big Greg Goosen. Whoops, I don't know why I wrote his first name. I'm not quite on my game today. Here's Goosen now. It's Euler on first, not being held. No outs. Goosen hitting for Barber. Here's this from the stretch, Boswell. And the pitch to Goosen. That is a 5-5 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the 4th for Boswell. And here's Tommy Harper now. The pitch from Boswell. Mother Goosen. Love it. 5'9" right-handed. Oh my, Harper. Hits it well. Oh my, it's deep. It's gone. Harper has hit a two-run home run here to put the Pilots back in this ball game. Oh my. Off Boswell. Not the biggest home run hitter. He had 9 real world. Let's look at that again. 5'9", right-handed, and home run 1-6. He's got the power, and it was a frickin' 5. It's a 2-run home run for Tommy Harper to make it a 3-2 ball game. You. For Harper, that's home run number 3 on the season. He had 9 in real world. Very, very simplistic method here. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Now, Boswell's first endurance is not until the next inning. Here's John Donaldson now. 1 out, nobody on. And Boswell. Oh, that is good coffee. Oh, oh Lord. Here's Boswell now. Mother Goosen. 1-6 right-handed, grounds to first. And that is picked up by Harmon, and he will take it to the bag. 2 outs. And here's Steve Hovley now. Hovley 0 for 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 in on the 2-run home run by Tommy Harper. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm so sorry. Please accept my apology here. Back to the stadium. Here's the pitch to Hovley. That's 4-8, left-handed, walked him. So Hovley is on. Well, I like Folgers. I like Maxwell House. They're both reasonably priced coffees. And whichever one's on sale, I go for when I go over. In fact, I need some coffee now. Not now, but I need to buy today coffee. I have milk and water. I need some drugs. Okay, it's Hovley is on. 1-16, 1-15, 1-13. That's a real. He is not being held, and he's not going to go for the lead here. Demo says, you know, and play it how you want it. I do the double roll on borderlines, 13s and 14s on stealing. I don't want the defense to always be penalized by holding these people. So he is not being held, and he is that makes him a 1 to automatically with a lead, 1 to 16, 1 to 15, and then 1 to 13 with a lead, and I'm not going. Here's Danny Walton. I mean, with 2 outs, it might be worth going. In case then Walton can maybe knock him home, but we won't. Here's the pitch to Walton. That's going to be 5-5. Right-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. 5th strikeout for Boswell, but 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Tommy Harper. His 3rd of the year. We're in the middle of the 6th. It's a 3-2 ball game. And it's Diego Segui, the new pitcher. Diego has taken his warm-ups, and it's going to be Harmon, Allison, and Rennick here. Twins lead by 1. Bottom of the 6th, Twins batting. Here's Harmon now. Intentionally walked and flew to center. Diego winds and deals. That's 2-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. Now here's Bobby Allison. Whew. Here's Diego now. That's 1-7 right-handed, grounds to second for Donaldson, and he makes 2 outs now. You wonder, though, you know, something that just enters my mind, you wonder how people feel. You take, say, the Melania Trump with the media. I don't know if she's watching it, but she can't help but get some of it. The references to these 2 women that he had sexual relations with while they were married. One a Stormy Daniels and the other a Karen McDougal. And you just can't, that can't be fun to have the whole world be, and not only the whole world, but you knowing it. And how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she's in this marriage for the fidelity, for the love. But that's just that's a whole nother story. Here's Rick Rennick now. 2 outs, nobody on Diego. He has retired the first 2 Twins. Trying to keep Seattle in this ball game. Here's the pitch to Rennick. 2-4 right-handed. That's a ballpark slash by Rennick. He's a right-hander in Minneapolis. 1-16. No, it's a 20. What a beautiful catch by Ray Euler to stop that liner from going through. It's a crazy world indeed, Kevin. And it's a 1-2-3 for Diego. We've gone 6 here. It's 3-2. And here's Boswell in his first endurance inning. Got a little bit of coffee to top it off. I think we'll be able to avert pumping another pot here. And maybe if I do anything in the afternoon, I'll do some coffee then. Top of the seventh, it's going to be Mincher, McNertney, and Whitaker for the Pilots. Oh, that's good coffee. Here's Don Mincher to lead it off, left-handed hitter, 0 for 2 against Boswell, who has gone all the way. His first endurance inning. Here's the pitch to Mincher. It's a mad world. You missed a couple mads there. 5'11", left-handed, ballpark slash. Oh, that's going to be caught. Left-hander. And it's caught by Carew. 1 out. Again, it's a 5'11", ballpark slash. And a 20. With the left-handed, actually a left-handed hitter. 1 to 10. And it was caught by Carew, 1 out. Here's McNertney now. Here's Boswell. The pitch to McNertney. 3-4 right-handed, grounds to third. That's for Rennick on 1 hop. He throws it to Killebrew 2 away. And you know, why is it a mad world? Well, part of the reason is because we humans, this is just my opinion, Whitaker's stepping up to the plate, we humans have become civilized as a result of very complex factors, including social evolution. This is Maxwell House, Alex, but we're running down. And so when there are deviations from social norms, we have alarmed objection in some cases. Forgetting that by its very nature, humans and all other animals have tendencies to be aggressive. I don't know about other animals, but humans, dishonest, deceptive, greedy, corrupt. This is the nature of humans. I'm not saying all humans are this way, but all humans, the human species has this tendency, and therefore, I don't like it. I just don't like it. Maybe it's a utopian view I have of I wish I could live in a world that was did not have that. I just, but and it really comes down to a fight for survival, a lot of it. Look at the ecosystem. Eat or be eaten. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. And I'm an evolutionist, and so I believe that there's no evidence of any design for this except for the process of evolution, and this I just don't like it because of our intelligence. I'm not going to go on But because of our intelligence, we've created very complex social organizations. Not to say that other species don't, such as ants, if you look at how they work together, but we've created civilization through the Leviathan, the threat, punishment, and so I don't think that we are inherently moral beings. I think that we have learned to act in certain ways because we don't want the deterrence. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Here's the pitch to Whitaker now. That is a 5-2 left-handed. Liner to second, caught by Rodney. Oh, that was another pretty catch by Rodney. Oh my. 1-2-3 for Boswell in his first endurance inning. I look at it again, 5-2 left-handed. Single 1 to 7. It was a freaking 8. Line to Rodney. Beautiful catch. And we are in the middle of the 7th inning stretch here. And here's Diego in his second inning of relief. This may be the last as that is good coffee. Oh shit, that's good coffee. But you know, I'm not the only one. If you must all know, I am a very unhappy person. I have severe, well, I wouldn't say severe, moderate to sometimes kind of severe depression and anxiety. I'm unhappy. I'm full of regrets and sadness of what I've done, the mistakes I've made at this stage of my life. And I'm not sure anything can really bring me out of it. It's not like some Hallmark movie where some sort of redemption is gonna, an opportunity for redemption is gonna, that's in the movies, you know. You rarely get a second chance in life. You know, like in the movie The Natural, he had a second chance. That movie is about redemption. Okay, Diego will face Leo, Rodney, and Mitterwald. Bottom of the 7th. There's going to be no more coffee here in a moment. We're going to get one more good whiff of it. Here's Diego. He retired the first 3 in the 6th. The pitch to Leo now. Only in the movies. 3-10 right-handed, grounds it back to Diego. Over to first, 1 out. And here's Rodney now. Rodney in a very peculiar 7th spot in the lineup, and it turned out to work to some degree when he led off the 5th with a single, stole second, went to third on a ground ball, and then came home on Boswell's home run. Here's Rodney now. And the pitch from Diego. That is 1-6 right-handed. Rodney smacks it into left center. And it's dropping for a double. So Rodney doubles off Diego here in the bottom of the 7th. One of the things, Diego is 86 years old now. Oh, God bless him. Lord, he's still alive. And, you know, one of the things, I guess, if I want to be rational, meaning in the best interest of myself and others who I care about, is try to do the best I can in terms of being there and being loving and caring for others. And if I could just get a few kicks, you know what I mean? If I can get a few in the short time I have left in life before I close my eyes forever, if I could just get a few kicks, some joy, some fun, and Strat-O-Matic is an example of that. But there's other things I'd like to do that are also a lot of fun. Rodney on second with one out. Here's Mitterwald. Diego, 86 years of age. And the pitch to Mitterwald. 4-6, right-handed. Fly ball left. And Walton is under that. 2 down. And I think you have an option to stretch Carew from second to third, but in Super Advanced, I don't do that. Like Demo says, you play it the way you want, and I don't think that that's a terrible, as long as I'm consistent, you know, a terrible omission. And that's going to bring up Boswell. One for two, the 2-run home run. It's Rodney on second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Diego now. That's 4-8. Right-handed, walked him. So Diego pitching very carefully there to Boswell. First on second, 2 outs. And here comes Cesar in a clutch situation here. Diego from the stretch. That's 1-8, right-handed. Oh my, Cesar smacks it into the gap for a double. At least 1 run will score. And that's going to be Rodney. Boswell goes to third. He'll probably hold. That's going to make it, we'll see. That's going to make it a 4-2 ball game. Look at that again. 1-8 right-handed, right on the money there, Cesar. A double, clean as a baby's ass. Boswell 1-10. I don't know that he has a special. Oh, he's a 1-14. Look at that. 1-14. Holy shit. You can check them here on the special pitchers who have different running ratings, and we do that, and we like to check. So it's 1-14. Whoa. Hit to Hovley 1-13. 2 outs, 1-15. No one held, 1-14. We'll bring him home. Sure. 1-14 minus 1-2, 13. 2 outs, 1-15, and then minus 1. Oh, no one's being held. That's a +1. I am sorry. No one was being held. 1-14, 1-16, 1-15, 1-16. Oh God, give me a headache. Shit. It was 1-14, 2 outs, 1-16, minus 1, 1-15, add 1, 1-16. He's coming home. And they'll let him score. They're going to go for it. Here's the throw. He is safe. And Cesar goes to third on that. So it's a 2-run double. And 2 runs. And Diego. Who promised that? And Demos does not like to have Tovar go to third on this play. That's his rule. Play it the way you like it. I do. I'm the throw-in home, and we do it the way we want to do it. It's now 2 outs. They're going to keep Diego in to see if he can get out of this. God. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Here's Diego. It's only his second inning. His first of endurance is his third inning. It's 2 outs. This was a 2-out double by Cesar. Here's the pitch to Tony now. That's 2-7. Another hitter. He's out of here. Lines it to second, caught by Donaldson. And the side is retired. That's 2 runs, though. On 2 hits, a walk, and 1 left on. We've gone 7. It's 5-2. Here's Boswell. Certainly going to be a hitter for Diego, and Gelnar pitched in real world. I have no objection to using Gelnar. Actually, he's pretty good compared to the rest of these folks. Gelnar is warming. John Gelnar, right-hander. Segui pitched 2. Allowed 2 hits. He walked 1, struck out 1, and allowed a big 2 runs. To open it up, here comes Euler. Hello, Frank. Hello, Frank. Top of the 8th. Euler now leading it off. That's going to be 6-5 right-handed, grounds to short X. That's Leo, 233. .233, 14-2. It's a G1. Leo, E33. Whoops, what am I doing? Shit. What the hell am I doing? Gotta make sure I did that right. I'm gonna look at this without sound here. Okay, here's Euler now. Replay, that's 6-5. Okay, that is a ground ball to short X, and then the re-roll, I have it as a 5-10, 14, 14, and yes, it's correct. So it is. We thought we may have messed that up, but we did not. 14 for Leo. Just a little off today, folks. Leo is a 2. It's a 14-2. Whoops. You see, I'm a little off today. It's a G1. We had the G1, yeah. And again, Leo. E33. 5-10, 14. And he throws him out. So Euler is retired. There'll be a hitter here for Diego. We know Gelnar is going to come in. We'll have Mike Hegan coming in. I don't know why he didn't play. He could be hurt, but with Poetic License, we'll have Hegan, a 292 hitter with 267 at bats. So Hegan steps in now. Here's Boswell. And the pitch to Hegan. 6'5" left-handed, grounds to short X. I don't know if that was the same roll, but I sure rolled it. It happens. 6'5", it's going to be Leo again. 233. $233.82 G2 for Leo. E33. 589. And he throws him out. 2 outs, 2 ground balls to Leo. Boswell on the mound, going for win number 23. This would put him within 1 of Mike Cuellar. Here's Boswell now. And the pitch to Harper now. 3-3 right-handed, grounds to short again. It's Leo. And the side is retired. 3 ground balls to Leo. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Every game is different, folks. Every broadcast is different. Every sort of way that I am is different, and the way you are. And in some ways, always the same. Here's Killebrew. 0 for 2 and an intentional walk. Gelnar is the new pitcher. Here's the pitch. All to Leo. And the pitch, 410 right-handed, grounds to short. This is for Euler. So the shortstop's getting a workout here in the 8th. 1 down. Now Allison. Let's see if he can ground it to short. The pitch from Gelnar. That's 2-4. Right-handed, ground. This one grounds to first. And Mincher takes it to the bag. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, the Pilots are down by 3 now. It'll be Donaldson, Hovley, and Walton. Rick Rennick. The pitch from Gelnar. 3-7. That's a base hit, 1-17. It goes through. So Rick Rennick with the single, 3-7 right-handed. And he's not being held. Here's Leo now. Leo 0 for 3. And the pitch, 2-2. Oh, he hit him. And Leo is not happy. He was hit on the buttocks, the back, the side of his buttocks, near the hip, as he tried to turn away from the pitch, but could not get away from it. And he's pointing his finger at Gelnar. Gelnar is trying to not get caught up in the finger pointing. And it's 1st and 2nd. 2 outs. And here's Rodney now. Okay, here's here's Gelnar now. The pitch to Rodney. 4-5 left-handed fly ball center. This should end the inning. And Hovley is under it, and the side is retired. We'll be glad for this game to be over. I don't know. It's just one of those things, folks. Here's Boswell. He's gone all the frickin' way today. All the frickin' way. On the verge of winning his 23rd of the year. It will be Donaldson, Hovley, and Walton. Here's John Donaldson to lead it off. Boswell into his windup. Here's the pitch to Donaldson. That is 3-6, right-handed, grounds to second, Rodney. Throws to Killebrew, 1 out. Now Steve Hovley. We've enjoyed having you here for this broadcast, a presentation of the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Boswell and the pitch to Hovley. 1-8, right-handed, and there's a drive by Hovley. Oh my, it's hit deep. Oh, and it's long and it's gone. And that'll make it a fight. You see how important those runs were. These 2 runs in the 7th off Diego. My Lord, a home run by Hovley to make it a 5-3 ball game. It was 3-2. Lord, if that never happened, it would have been 3-3, but instead now it's 5-3. Still 2 down. Oh, let's see if he can finish this up, Boswell. That was a home run by Hovley. That's home run number 2 for Hovley, and he has it on his card. He's W power. That's weird. Okay, it's not weird. Yeah, I guess you have to have it. It just seems pretty prominent there. Home run 1-10. Yeah, he only had 329. He did have 3 home runs. Okay, I guess that's okay. Sometimes I just question some of the cards. There are a couple cards that I've looked, one in particular, I don't remember which one, that I looked from the card app, which really did not seem to fit. The stats for the batter. Here's Walton. 1 out, nobody on. Boswell trying to finish this up. 5-3 game now. Here's the pitch to Walton. And he's got power. 4-7 right-handed, walked him. He's 1 hit or walk away from fatigue with Perinoski warming. Perfect opportunity. He's well rested. And we're going to let Boswell. He hates pitchers. Billy Martin does. Hates them. He's going to let him just stew for a while, Dave Boswell. It's Walton on first, 1 down. Look at him. If not held, has the lead, 20. 1-19, 1-17. He's being held. He's not going to go, though. We don't need a stolen base. Here's Mincher now. It's a 5-3 game. Actually, Mincher is the tying run. 2-6. 2-6, this game is tied. Here's Boswell. Not being held. Public. Not going. The pitch to Mincher. 3-6. He walked him, and out comes Martin. Out comes Martin with McNerney due up here, and that's going to be it for Boswell. Whoa. Boswell reaches fatigue here in the ninth. He went 8 1/3. He's the winner of record. He allowed 1, 2, 3 hits. Pitched very good baseball. He walked 4. Struck out 5. Has allowed 3 thus far. He can lose this game. First and second, he could lose this game. He's responsible for first and second. It's 5-3 with McNerney due up, and it's going to be Perinoski. Where the hell? There it is. It's going to be Ron Perinoski, the ace. Even though he's a left-hander against Mitterwald, that might be counterintuitive to some people, but he's going to be the man. Ron Perinoski, left-hander, with McNerney due up. Lord, he's good against left-handers. Maybe we should bring in a right-hander. Let me just see something here. Miller and Worthington are not available. It really, I could bring Grisenda in. He's a left-hander. We don't really have a right-hand. We don't really have a, well, Grisenda is a left-hander. Wow. Worthington is a right-hander, but clearly not as good. Let's see who Billy's going to bring in here. Boswell went all the way in real world. They're going to just, boy, this is a tough call. Miller might be a choice. He's a right-hander. We're going to check to see. Miller pitched last game. We're going to check to see if he pitched on the 17th. That would put an end to that, but also that he doesn't start anywhere near this date, because he is a starter. Jim Perry starts on the 20th. This would be a tough call. And he liked Miller. He had Miller start a game in the playoffs. He hates pitchers, but he hates him less. Yeah, it looks like that. Look at that, Jim Cott pitched relief. Miller pitches on the 22nd. No, we're gonna go with Ron Perinoski. We'll just go with Ron. So here it is now. Jerry McNerney has power. Perinoski 1 out, first and second here. He hates him less, yeah. They're going to go with Ron, left-hander. Here's the pitch to McNerney now, who is the go-ahead run at the plate. That's going to be a 5-7. Grounds it to short, double play. And the ball game is over. Ronald got McNerney to chop it down to Leo, to Rodney, to Killebrew, and the ball game is over. Wait a minute now. Oh, wait 1 minute. Oh, Lord, we forgot. First and second A. Whoa. That's going to be a 2. Batter out, double play. Yes, it is. So that's the ball game. A lot of tension there. Much to do about nothing here. The final, Minnesota 5, Seattle 3 in a relatively meaningless game. The win goes to Boswell. No save for Perinoski. Didn't go long enough. 23 wins now for Boswell. He gets 2/3. He actually gets 1/3. Boswell will get 2/3 because this runner of his was out. And we get Perinoski 1/3. I know that may seem strange to some people. He allowed 3 runs. Gelnar 5, 6, 7 pitched 1 inning, 1 hit, hit 1, walked none. And the final line. Minnesota, you have a great day, Kathy. Thanks for being here. And thanks for sticking it out. Minnesota, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Seattle, 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. That's the ball game. In a relatively meaningless game, that's win number 105 for Minnesota. And looking at our schedule, folks, have a happy Manic Monday. I'll be tuning in, demos. I'll be tuning in to that, see if a payoff pitch, how I like that. You know? You say it's easy to learn. I know it's the last thing I really need in my life, is to try to learn a new game, but I'll be watching that, see if it might be of interest to me. Next on the schedule, folks, is whoa, you talk about snoozer. And it's actually quite interesting. It's a double header between the Phillies and the Expos. But what's interesting about that is that the Phillies, there's a way for me to enjoy that. The Phillies are in last place, everybody. I'm going to just zoom it in here, give you a nice shot here. The Phillies, believe it or not, and I think the Expos came in last in real world. I'd have to go check again. They are actually, the Phillies are really catching up. They are tied in the loss column, as you can see, Montreal and Philly, and they are, I guess you'd say they're 1 game behind. They've played 2 less games. And the Phillies have a chance in this doubleheader to at least tie the Expos. And it's a matter of pride. You don't want to come out behind an expansion team. In the American League, Cleveland, there is, what was weird to me about the 69 year is that they put both AL expansion teams in the West. That was, I don't know what you're going to do about that, but you could have put Cleveland in the West and Kansas City in the East, I guess, but that's the way they did it. And Cleveland is in last. They're just miserable. They're going to lose 100. But the White Sox are barely holding a 3-game lead over Seattle. And this loss by Seattle, they have a 5-game lead over, now it's 4.5 over Kansas City. But look for the doubleheader. Philadelphia at Montreal. It'll be at Jerry Park. And it'll be a battle for the cellar. I'm sorry I was not quite my usual beautiful, jovial, charming self this morning, and that's kind of the way life is. You're not always at your best, but we got through the game. I certainly enjoyed very much the live chat interaction. Appreciate the likes, the subscriptions, and whatnot. So stay strong, everybody. Stay well. I'll catch you all next time, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for your input. Thanks for your participation. Take care.